This is a group of students from the Provo School District. They're on a field trip to BYU campus. But this is not an ordinary group of students. The school district says they are at high risk to not graduate from high school or go on to college. I met with 6th grade teacher Heather Peterson on the left and Cora Barrett of Provo Youth Mentoring on the right to talk about why. Thanks for joining us. You know, we talk about inequality in education. Why is it important that kids go to college?
It opens up more opportunities for students that they can, have dreams and actually fulfill them and get a job that they actually enjoy and not have to do things that they really don't want to do.
In fact, the U.S. Bureau of Labor says that those who earn a college degree make on average $30,000 more a year than those without a high school diploma. So when you talk about these kids, what exactly are they at risk for? Is it not graduating high school, not going on to college?
They are at risk for both. We have lots of kids that don't make it through school at all. We have a lot of girls that will get pregnant in high school and they don't then finish their high school degrees, or graduate from high school, I should say. And then we have a lot of kids that don't know how to get to college. They don't know how to apply. They don't know how to, their parents didn't go to college. While
reports disagree, Education Week says about 23% of Utah high school students never finish with a diploma. What factors put kids at risk for not graduating high school? Is it home life, or is it something with their friends?
There's a lot of factors. Our kids get a lot of peer pressure when they go just into middle school even. There's a lot of gang exposure and drugs and alcohol. At
what age do kids show signs that, they may have some trouble not graduating?
I think if I had I think 6th grade, pretty much we can tell what kind of attitude they have towards school.
What do the schools do to help with that kind of thing?
Well, I think they do programs like this. They have mentors. We also have mentors that go into the schools and mentor children one-on-one once a week.
The main idea that these types of organizations try to get across is that inequality in other walks of life can translate to inequality in the classroom, and more often than not, it does. Peterson and Barrett both say low income can hinder a child's learning. Some families only live in a place for as long as they can pay the rent there.
And so it's really hard for those kids because they are always moving, they're always having to make new friends, and there might be education parts that they missed because they went from one school that's already taught it to another school that's not teaching it.
And Barrett says that schools in low-income areas get extra resources, but often it isn't enough.
I just don't think there's anything more valuable than parental involvement when it comes to things like that. Going to college and getting good grades and making the most of their education.
Like most of Utah, a high percentage of Provo students come from non-English speaking families, almost 65%. Often immigrants don't grasp all the elements of the American education system, and Peterson says when the parents don't understand, the kids don't understand. What role does being the child of an immigrant play in, succeeding in education?
The parents have a hard time communicating with us, and so they feel intimidated. They don't want to come to school because how can they ask the teachers questions, and their culture is such that they aren't supposed to come to school. One of the things my school has started doing is having a class that teaches them what the American school system is all about and helps them understand that it's okay to be involved in the classrooms.
And what can people in the community do to help with this problem?
I think anyone can volunteer at a school, and I think anytime that there can be extra caring adults in these kids' lives, it's a benefit to them.
Peterson says one mentor in particular impressed her. He came from an immigrant family. His parents didn't know how the school system worked, but he got some extra help.
When I was in high school, and the friends I made in my neighborhood, parents really encouraged me to go to school, and they helped me even fill out the college application and know when to take the ACT and things like that, so that he would know how to get into college. He's like, my other brothers and sisters didn't have that, and so they haven't made it. So I really encourage people to go out and try to find people that they can become friends with and help them out.
Well, Cora, Heather, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your thoughts. I'm Jeff Merrill. Thanks for watching.